Hey guys, so this is actually a post-recording narration because I had apparently forgotten to turn my mic on during all of this, and I don't want to re-record it all. But this is just a little explanation of what we had been doing after last night, before last night, and well, not last night, but the last recording session, this recording session we're doing, and I'm just like talking right now. I'm pretty sure I was talking about how it is possible for that to happen. Two marshes give you two commons and a cultivated, but I actually found those rubber trees and those bees off in the village way up northwest, I think. And so this is our home. Edible thingamajiggles for all plants and whatnot, and the precious things. There you go. It's just all the chests and all the crap that we have right now. So the biggest part of this is I'm going to be going over the program that I wrote for the turtle. So as I'm going through this, I forget what I'm doing. Oh, this is the bag that I made to hold all of our cobble, which is no longer used. But back in that room, I'm not going to point, I guess I did point out, it's an enchanting room, and this is Anthony's room back here. But I made the enchanting room just to get a couple levels, just use it to enchant all my tools. I don't know what I'm doing, still don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm talking about how my bed's there, and Drew's is in the middle of the room, where everybody's going. Okay, so this is my mining turtle, and I named him Slaved 1. And I gave him a ton of coal, which I did not mean to, so that's why he has too much. So this is... Okay, so I'm sitting there... Okay, so I'm saying edit light tunnelly. Okay, the reason I named it that is because the original function was tunnelly, because there's already a program on here called tunnel, so I need to differentiate it. And light tunnel Y is... it puts down torches as it goes, so it lights up the tunnel. And what I normally is I have one go light tunnel... like light up the tunnel, and then one that doesn't, and the one that does, and puts up a nice grid of uniform sizes so that it lights everything up. Of course. Come on. Okay, here we go. So the first line, local args, means that the local arguments are what comes in after whatever the program name is. I set another couple of functions, L equals 0, S equals 0. When I say two number args, is one that's the first number that they put in, and or it equals 10 if they don't put anything in, so that covers both. And I'm saying that M equals N plus 1, so it takes whatever number that is minus 1, and that'll come into play later. L, I'm pretty sure, is the number of torches, and S is the slot that it's selecting. Okay, so go on. Now, the first function that I make for this program is the refueling function. And that just makes sure that it has enough fuel. So it says, if the fuel level of the turtle, which is that first line, is less than or equal to 50, then it's going to repeat the next block, which is repeating the next block of it sets the variable S one above what it was. It selects that slot, so since it was 0, it's now 1, so it selects the first slot, and it tries to refuel. And it does, and it adds another one, so it goes to the second slot, refuels, goes to the third slot, refuels, and it goes through there until it selects the 16th slot, and then it sets the slot back to, then it sets S back to 0, so it sort of pretty much starts over and then keeps going. Actually, it sleeps 5 seconds, so that it's not just running over and over and over again. And then it's going to keep doing that until the turtle's fuel level is greater than or equal to 100. I'm apparently doing a much faster job explaining this now than I was actually talking about it. So that's the end of the repeat function, and the end of the if-then, that's the end of that function entirely. Move along. Okay, now the next one is graveling, which is what checks for graveling. I actually need to increase the time because it wasn't working earlier. But what it is while the turtle detects something in front of it, it's going to dig. It's just going to keep doing that. And then it's going to sleep for 0.4 seconds, but I actually set it up to 0.5 so that it worked. And that's the end of the while statement. The way that while statements work is that while whatever you put in there, while that is true, it's going to do that. As soon as it's false, it's going to break that loop and end. So that's the end of that function. So this is the function for the top row. it does graveling so that it clears all the gravel above it, and then so that's like right in front of it. Then it moves forward. It turns to the left. It does the same thing where it checks for all gravel. It turns right twice, checks for gravel, and then it turns to the left once, and then checks for gravel. Okay. And then it turns left, and so it's facing front, and then it does that refueling function, which I already explained. Now the next function is going to be the bottom row, which is, it sets L equal to 1 above what it was. So if L is greater than or equal to 6, so it's 6, 7, 8, or 9, then it's going to turn left twice, so it turns around. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm probably explaining here how the reason I put greater than or equal to, not just equal to 6, and that's because if for some reason it becomes 8, it'll just keep going. It'll never turn around again. So I want it to turn around immediately and put a torch down if it's ever over 6, and not just if it equals 6. And I do the same thing for the fuel level and the there's something else. I forget what it is though. But okay, I think I can move on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Pick up the pace. Let's go. I've already explained that. You don't have to keep explaining it. Ah, god damn it. Okay, moving on. Okay. And then after it turns, it's going to select the 15th slot, which is the first from the last. It's going to place that, which is what's going to be the torch. And it's going to turn left twice again, so it's back facing front, and it's going to select the first slot. And set L back equal to 0. It's going to N, and it's going to... That's just checking for the light level and torches. And it's going to dig forward, sort of like what I did with the top row. Except it's going to dig, move forward, turn left, dig, turn right twice, dig, turn left again. The reason I'm having dig is because that's actually faster than the graveling function I put in. And it doesn't have to worry about checking for gravel, so it doesn't have to sleep anymore. Turn left, dig, turn right twice, dig, turn left, face forward, and then it's going to check for fuel again. Now, the refueling function might be a little redundant because of something else I put in, but you always want to program for redundancy. That's why I put in the greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and also the refueling and the other part that I put in. Okay, so that's the end of the bottom function. Now, those are all functions, so they're not actually doing anything. Those are just things that I threw in there so that later on in the program I can refer back to them and tell them to do it. That makes it easier on me, so I don't have to type out that block every time I want it to do whatever I want it to do. Okay. Okay, so this is if the fuel level of the turtle is less than or equal to 2 times n, so twice the length, plus another 20, then it's going to print not enough fuel. Now, the reason I said 2 times plus 20 is because it needs to go down, then it needs to come back, and I just threw another 20 for a buffer. Then it says, not enough fuel, please refuel and try again. So it's just saying, I don't have enough fuel, you need to give me more. And then I realized that I need to do the same exact thing for the torches, so I stop and I go back and redo it, I think. Maybe not. I don't think I do. I hope to God this records my mic now, because if not, I will be so mad that it didn't pick up my mic. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, so I guess I just said I'll go back and do it again. So if that works, then it's going to move up, and then it's going to the top row. So digs, moves forward, turns left, digs, turns right twice, digs, and it does that for 1 to n, so however long you put in. And then once it finishes that cycle, it's going to dig down, it's going to move down, it's going to select the 15 slots, it's going to select the torches, it's going to place up, which is actually going to place a torch on the back wall of the tunnel that it just dug, so that it starts lighting it up. And then I'm going to have it turn left, dig, turn left twice, again, dig, and then turn right, so pretty much just turned around and is facing back the way it came. And then for 1 to m, that means 1 less than however much it went down, it's going to come back doing bottom, so that it ends up at the mouth of the tunnel just dug, not where it started from. And then I'm going to have it end there. So that's the entire program except for fixing the lights. So I'm pretty sure the light explanation should be coming up soon. Yep. Okay. So that plus is because the key that I have to start and end for apps is plus, so it's going to type that in. So if turtle get item count, and I need to put in 15, but I don't realize that right now, I do realize it apparently, is less than or equal to n over 5. I could make it n over 6, which would be less than that, but n over 5 for a buffer. Then it's going to print not enough torches, please insert more torches and try again. So I now have it checking to make sure it has enough fuel to do all of it, and enough torches to do all of it. So I actually have a problem here where I have an if else sequence which doesn't work in programming, because you're saying if this, then this. What I really need to say is if this, if else this, else if else this. So I'm saying if this, or if this, or this. So see right here, line 92, I'm expecting an end to close the if statement at line 67. So edit light tunnel Y. See, I put in a crazy big number there to make sure that both if statements would prove false. Okay, so I'm changing it from an if else to an if this happens. Then I'm going to have it set. Okay, I'm apparently getting to the top to change this. Okay, I'm making 2 more variables. I'm making F for fuel. I'm setting F equal to 0. So I'm saying right now the variable F is equal to 0. And now I'm setting T is also equal to 0. Which is which is false, usually, in programming language. So I went too far down, now I'm going back up, and now I'm setting, if that is true, then I'm setting F equal to 1. So if I don't have enough fuel to satisfy that, it'll make F equal to 1, is what that's saying. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing for torches, so I'm saying T equals 1 if it doesn't have enough torches. So now, instead of having an else statement, I'm going to be making it another if statement. Oh, I do need... Okay, I'm ending the if statements to make sure that it... Because I need to end it so that works. Now I'm making it another if statement, so I'm saying if F... If F... Come on. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I feel like an idiot. Okay, if F plus T, I'm putting parentheses, so that's now one value. is equal to, and you need the double equal sign for a comparison between a value and a given value, is equals 0. So if both f and t are both still equal to 0, which means neither of those got triggered, then it's going to do that. Now, if f is false but t is true, then it's still not equal to 0, so it's not going to go digging. Whereas if f is true and t is false, or t is 1, then it's not going to do it. And if both, it's not going to do it. So just if it equals 0, then it's going to work. So save, now it's ran. Now there's another, now it says not enough fuel, not enough torches. Did I pronounce it? Okay, yeah, not enough torches. So both of those are working. So now I'm telling it to go 10 blocks. It has enough fuel to that, but it does not have enough torches. So I'm going to go get some torches now. I got some torches. So I'm putting them in the 16th slot to make sure that's checking the correct slot to do that. See, not enough torches, please insert more and try again. It's working now. See, now it's walking along and digging. It's doing the top function, so it moves forward, digs left, digs right, and goes on. Now, I'm pretty sure in here, I say, yeah, right here, I say I'm going to speed up the footage so that you don't have to watch all this happen. But I'm not going to do that because I don't know how my editing software will handle speeding it up and putting on a second layer of narration, or second layer of sound that was already in the video. See, it got to the end, dug down, placed a torch on the end of the tunnel, and now it's coming back. Now I'm thinking I might run down there with a... No, I don't think I am, actually. Never mind. See, now it turned around and placed a torch behind it, and that makes it so that mobs don't spawn in this tunnel. So you got to the end, and now it stops. Oh, Malcolm's on. And now it stops because I told it to not go all the way back out, so it stops at the mouth of the cave. Now, that torch is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks away from the other torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it had kept going, it would have placed another torch right in front of where it is now. So with that, the way that I do have like alternating if it lights it up or if it doesn't, it leaves a square like in between each row where mobs can spawn, but it's small enough that I really don't have to worry about it. See, now the tunnel's flush with the turtle's flush with the tunnel, so I don't have to worry about it looking weird. So I still have to fix the graveling variable, but I'm done with that for now. So I'm going to come back and hopefully I'm actually going to be talking with the video and not an after narration with the other guys actually doing productive things. I would like to apologize for the last 2 videos where I was cutting stuff out, but there's a lot of boring stuff that nobody wants to watch. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that this never happens again, and I will see you next time.